Hey, little hottie, my Ferrari. Hey guys, hey. Um, guess who is in, I would say, conservatively, pretty bad mood right now. Yeah, we are up early, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Um, guys, thank you for wishing me a good stream. It has not been a good day. Um, do you want me to tell you what happened today? Good luck on your interview. Let me tell you what happened in my day, because apparently I'm all about myself, and yeah, okay. So, um, basically, I wake up, okay, first things first, my main TikTok account is banned. Yeah. So that's like step number one. Um, Step number two is I realized that my main TikTok account is banned, and I have just paid $2,000 to get that shit back. Like literally a month ago, I got it back. So I was just starting to think like, oh yay, like I can have my TikTok again. I have no idea why it was banned, because the next step to getting it back again would be to text the lady who I have been paying to get my TikTok back, what it looks like when I log back into my account. However, I cannot do that because my ex-boyfriend has all of the passwords for my socials and has for the past 3 years refused to give them to me. And you may be thinking to yourself, Emily, that's like a stupid... It would be Noah, yeah. And you may be thinking like, Emily, like that's such like a stupid situation that like you found yourself in. Like that's on you for like trusting this guy to like, you know, be the password manager. Oh, well, I'm so sorry. I was an idiot. Doesn't matter. It's just so fucking infuriating. And then like I think for a moment I'm like, maybe I should confide in like maybe I should talk to like one of my friends about it. Of course I pick a man. Like how unwise. Like the way that like actually made me feel so much worse, because I was like I'm so frustrated right now because of this stupid like ban on my TikTok and like this stupid like ex-boyfriend issue, which is like just so fucking infuriating that he never bothered to just like give me the fucking passwords when like this has been like an issue for like 2 years that I've been begging him to just fucking hand over these passwords, but he likes to lord it over my head. And like I like in a much more calm manner started to like try to like explain this, and it just like didn't go well, and I just like whatever, like I'm just like so fucking pissed, and I'm like so mad. Why wouldn't he share that with you? I don't know, because I think he likes that I have to like beg him for these like fucking crumbs, and like ugh, whatever, like it's just so fucking infuriating. I'm not even like, I'm honestly like the ex-boyfriend issue, like that's a known entity. Like yeah, you suck, that's why we broke up, like that's a known issue. The not known issue is new bestie. Just ugh. And could I sue him for that? Yeah, absolutely I could sue him for that. Like, am I going to? No. Like, I don't have the time to be up on that business. Like, it's complete petty revenge. Honestly, at this point, like, I'd be like, I prefer if you leaked my nudes, because then, like, at least, like, that's, like, a thing that I could, like, deal with unilaterally. I can't, like, deal with, like, every single time I need you to fork over another fucking password. Girl, what about new bestie? What about him? Like, whatever. I'm like trying to calm down. Can you guys tell I'm like giving really, really calm? Of course, I am streaming because I'm crashing out. The impetus to the crash out was not like the starting of the stream. It's the opposite. Please. Reverse causation. What am I doing? Why am I at law school a month in acting like I like treating this person like this is like some like precursor to a boyfriend? What the fuck? Like, why am I doing this again? Why am I never free from like No, like it's gonna be like fine. Like it's going to be fine. Like there's actually no issue. Like it's going to be fine. I'm just like really annoyed. Yeah. Yeah, situationship. I just like I need to remember like men are never the people unless via stream, men are never the people I should go to for like emotional labor. Like I'm never like satisfied with like any possible output they give. It's not like meaningful to me. It always feels like so couched by like what they want out of me in that moment, or like what they themselves are feeling in that moment. Like it's never like freely given, and it doesn't like bring anything to the table. It only makes me think. Like right now I'm thinking, instead of being fully annoyed at like this awful situation that I'm in, I'm like, oh, like what if I was like too emotional or like too harsh to him? What does that fucking matter? What does that matter? Girl, I came to you in a crisis. Like, yeah. 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 I don't like I have a password manager, or I don't have a password manager. My ex-boyfriend has a fucking password manager. I know, Evan, but it doesn't, the email it's set up to is an email that he controls. Whatever. I'll text you, I'll possess you, you'll beg me to come sex you. Yeah, I know, Evan, but I can't even get in yet. I don't know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna figure it out. I always figure it out. Never, I might add, maybe in spite of the actions of the evil men who find themselves in my fucking orbit. Why am I so talented at finding people who are like... I think I do this thing, where I think that when a man wants to have sex with me, I kind of lose respect for him, because I think I have this like deep, like seated, like I'm incredibly confident, so it's not like self-loathing. I think I have like this deep-seated belief that like somehow like you have lost the game, like you have lost this like competition, this battle of wits, by like admitting that you want to have sex with me. And I think that's like embarrassing. Like that like disappoints me, that like you're yet another person who like I could like play into that. And I think what that leads to is that in like, it's not that I'm attracting evil men, it's not that I'm attracting mean men, it's like I think it's that I make them mean. I think that like it's like that loathing for them like seeps out like through me through ways that I don't even notice, and it makes them in turn want to find something to one up me on, right? Like want to find something to like win against me on. That's my thoughts. I know, Lucas. I don't even think it's about that, Ven. Like honestly, I don't even think it's about that. I think that I just find it like, I think that it's like, I feel like I'm like, why are you making the game so easy for me? Like, why don't you want to play? And then like, I also think that I do this thing in relationships that kind of inspires a lot of like resentment after the relationship, where I'm just like, I'm not like a soft girlfriend. Like it's like, I feel like my affections are like kind of like unpredictable in nature, and like I think that I kind of like what's that called? It's not what is it? Is it operative conditioning? What's the one that gets the mice to always, 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 always want? Positive enforcement, negative reinforcement, positive punishment, negative punishment. It's positive reinforcement, but under the, here you are. It's like intermittent. But it's like operant intermittent conditioning. Whatever. The thing that I'm talking about is this thing in like psych where like basically like if you give positive reinforcement, but it's not like on a schedule. Like it's not always when the mice every time they do the task, they get the positive reinforcement. The moment that you stop giving them that reinforcement, they will stop doing the task. Similarly to if you try to encourage behaviors to change via always giving a punishment when that behavior happens. The one time you fail to give that punishment, the conditioning is kind of broken and you have to start all over again. However, if you do positive reinforcement intermittently and it's never clear when that reinforcement may come, the mice will continue to do the action to yield the positive reinforcement until it dies. And I feel like that's what I do in relationships. I think that's how my affection works in relationships. Yeah, Evan. Fair that. What do you do or what do you make them do? It's just like depending on the day, like I'm more or less impressed by them. I'm like more or less willing to like find charm in like intellectual failing. Actually, I never find charm in that. It's like depending on my mood, I'm like more or less likely to be like soft on them and to like just be kinder to them, which is like terrible, and goes to the fact that like I don't think I've ever like been in like a real like I've had boyfriends. I don't think I've ever been like a real serious relationship where it was like two people like agreeing to build something. I think I've always had like accessories and like that's not good. And I need to get out of that mindset. Do you think this has any links to autism? It's all autism. Like, let's be honest. Like, all of these, like, issues that I'm, like, fucking... Like, why am I even telling you guys this? But, like, all of this is intrinsically linked to autism. It's all about the fact that, like, relationships as it, like, already are, like, difficult for me to appreciate. But I think, like, what's going on in my mind, because I'm really good at friendships, I think, like, friendships to me, I'm, like... There's no, like, I'm not supposed to be, like, necessarily, like, deriving, like, something, like, a benefit, like, specifically from you. Like, the benefit, like, is our relationship as a whole. Something about, like, a boyfriend, I've always been, like, to me, I'm always, like, what are your material benefits? Because I feel like, with a boyfriend, I am so frequently doing excess emotional labor on these guys who just can't find it in themselves to, like, no, why am I fucking blaming myself? Why am I acting like I'm the fucking problem here? That's not true. I meet these guys who are, like, naturally fucking mean to me and, like, cruel to me. And then all of a sudden, it's 2 years later and I look back and I'm like, oh my god, I've been so cruel. That's not fucking true. Like, sorry, like, I'm the fucking mouse. Like, you put me, like, in the fucking corner of the enclosure and expected me to, like, what, not gnaw my way out? Like, fuck you. Yeah, like, no, like, what the fuck am I talking about here? What the fuck am I talking about here? Like, what? No. We're not, I'm not gonna excuse their behavior just because, like, I adapted to a fucking malicious situation. This is why I needed to stream. This is why I need to stream, because I work it out on stream. And you know what? It is kind of that hidden misogyny. Emily, I'm gonna keep it real. Sounds like you went through some emotional abuse, sorta. Sorta. Guys, don't even worry. You think of a form of abuse, I've got it. It's under my belt. Happened to me. And you know what? I am gonna be honest. Yeah, that does kind of make me a little bit of a misandrist. I'm gonna be honest. Let me be honest here. In the sense that, like, I do kind of assume off rip that, like, any given man has a higher propensity towards abuse and violence than, like, any given woman. So my apologies there, truly. Because I know that's not PC. I'm not supposed to say that. But, I'm not trying to be a dick, but it could be both. Yeah. Good at least to have an excuse to vocalize and work things out. Yeah. I don't care about the public crash out. Like, I don't care. Like, because honestly, like, this mitigated the worst version of a crash out. Like, it was either, like, public crash out or, like, I was gonna go and, like, drink a bunch of wine and, like, just, like, be sad and weird all day. Like, so isn't it, this is obviously, like, far better. But people are putting a price on their love now. What happens to days of unconditional love? When were those days? What are you talking about here? What you know about dowry, right? And then post-dowry, there's no capability for women to have financial security or freedom on their own without it being in their husband or father's name. Where is the incentive towards unconditional love? Like, like I believe, like, I'm not even saying that, like, I think that there is true love. I think that humans have always, like, been able to make real true love. I think this concept of unconditional love, like, that can only really apply to your child. Because, let's be honest, there are things that your partner could do that would make you not love them anymore, such as harm your child. Thanks, Evan. You're not being mean at all. Do I want a relationship for companion? I don't want a relationship for anything right now. You know what I want? You know what my dream relationship is right now? A man who sits in a cage under my bed and I can rattle at the bars, and whenever I, like, need stimulus, he, like, gets up and out of the bars and he's got great dick and he has good conversation and I can mute him whenever I find him discontenting. That's what I want out of a relationship. Isn't that illegal? That's why no one's agreed to be in the cage under my bed. Oh, Evan. I am in the market for a gremlin. I'm in the market for like a bot in human form that, like, somehow has absorbed every research paper ever written on every subject I care about, that is proportionately attractive, finds me very attractive, has no intense pressing needs of his own, and cooks well. So maybe I should just hire a maid service or something, and then I think I'd get like 4 out of 5 of those. Also, to make it clear, I'm sorry if I have been... No. You haven't at all. You haven't at all. I bet half the viewers, if not more, would love to be the man under the bed. Why aren't you here then? Why aren't you here then? There's room for 3. What does proportionally attractive mean here? I don't want a man who, like, other men turn to and go, oh, he's really hot. Ew. No. That's gross to me. Like, I want, like, a man who, like, is attractive almost exclusively to me. I don't want anyone else to even get the impression that they might want to fuck my man. That's my business. And actually, no, it's okay if some girls like me want to fuck my man. It's not okay if like normies want to fuck my man. Like only like weird weird women with like horrifying pasts can be allowed to like want to fuck him, and that's it. I don't want to feel feelings. No, you gotta be weird. You gotta be weird. I think honestly, guys, I honestly do think it's time for applications. Remember in my sophomore year of college when we did boyfriend applications? I don't want a boyfriend though. That's part of it. I don't want to be dating anybody. I have like no desire to engage in that kind of discourse. Specifically as it relates to like, I don't want to be responsible for anyone's emotional well-being, ever. But we have a contracts case to read. Special little goblin boys. I like that, Lucas. That's exactly it. I know, Evan, I know. I just feel like all my free time, I'm on stream with you guys now. Speaking of stream with you guys, gonna be going live tonight on Playboy. Gonna be probably lit. Not on Playboy, on fanfics. Whatever, who cares? Let's do contracts. But first, okay, look at me. When you look at me. Okay. Because you know what? You know what always makes me feel better when I'm feeling sad about a man? Reminding myself that I am an academic weapon who he is not in the same echelon as. That is always comforting. Except that doesn't really work because I've managed to exclusively date really smart guys. So I'll just remember when I was dating idiots in college, in high school, and then I'll feel better. You're having fun with your friends? Ew. Yeah, Ven, true. But not even smart in school. Why am I beating you? I hate that. I hate that. I want to, like, condition of being the goblin, you have to beat me in, like, arguments sometimes. And you have to have data to back those arguments up if you want to be the goblin. Okay. Okay. Let's get into it. It's a case dealing with Ford. Who's excited? Ford Credit Company v. Russell, and we are in the Court of Appeals of Minnesota in 1994. Appellants Don Russell and David Russell challenge entry of summary judgment in favor of respondents Ford Motor Credit Company and Monticello Ford and Mercury Incorporated on appellants' claims for breach of contract, violation of Minnesota Motor Vehicle Retail Sales Act and the Federal Truth in Lending Act and the Federal Equal Credit Opportunity Act. Because we find that the automobile advertisement did not constitute an offer to the general public and that the Ford Credit complied with the various acts in question and resold the automobile to a commercially reasonable manner, we affirm. Okay, facts. During March 1998, Monticello Ford and Mercury Incorporated, Monticello Ford, advertised a 1998 Ford Escort pony in the Monticello shopper for the sales price of $7,826. The publication advertised monthly payments of $159.29 based off of a 60-month loan at a 11% APR. On March 15th, 1998, Don Russell sought to purchase a 1988 Escort at the advertised sales price. Monticello Ford contacted 3 finance companies in an attempt to obtain 11% financing for Mr. Russell. 2 companies refused to extend credit due to Mr. Russell's limited credit history. Ford Motor Credit Company, Ford Credit, offered to finance the purchase at 13.75% APR under a special retail plan for persons with limited or poor credit. Ford Credit also required Mr. Russell to provide a cosigner on the loan. Monticello Ford drew up the contract, which Mr. Russell signed, providing for the sale of automobile at the cash price of $7,826. Ms. Russell also purchased optional credit disability insurance and an extended service contract, which she financed. The total amount financed was $8,275.60 to be paid in 60 monthly installments of $192.63 based on the APR of 13.75%. Mr. Russell's father co-signed the loan. Monticello Ford subsequently assigned to Ford Credit its rights under the contract. Monticello Ford subsequently assigned to Ford Credit its rights under the contract. The contract provided that upon default, Ford Credit could accelerate the balance due and repossess the vehicle. On April 19th, 1989, Miss Russell canceled her credit life insurance as well as the extended service contract. The unused premiums were applied to the balance of the loan, reducing her monthly payments as a result. In 1990, Miss Russell defaulted on numerous payments. After several attempts to work out a payment schedule, Ford Credit sent the Russells a notice of default and intent to repossess. Ford Credit repossessed the automobile on February. Let me just Um, Russell's received a notice of default and intent to repossess. Ford Credit repossessed the automobile on February 13th, 1991, and mailed the Russells a notice of repossession and right to redeem and a notice of private sale that same day. Neither Miss nor Mr. Russell attempted to redeem the automobile. Ford Credit sold the automobile for $2,200 to a used car dealer at the Minneapolis Auto Auction. When Ford Credit sought a deficiency judgment against the Russells, they counterclaimed alleging breach of contract in violation of Minnesota Motor Vehicle Retail Installment Sales Act, the Federal Truth in Lending Act, and the Federal Equal Credit Opportunity Act, and named Monticello Ford as a third-party defendant. The district court granted Ford Credit's motion for summary judgment on its deficiency claim and the Monticello Ford's motion for summary judgment on the Russells' third-party claim. Analysis. On appeal from summary judgment, this court must decide whether genuine issues of material fact exist and whether the district court correctly applied the law. The evidence must be viewed in a light most favorable to the non-moving party. 1. Deceptive trade practices. Appellants contend that the advertisement in the Monticello... the advertisement in the Monticello shopper constituted an offer that Miss Russell accepted, and therefore Ford Credit breached its contract to sell her a 1988 Ford Escort at 11% APR. We disagree. Generally, if goods are advertised for sale at a certain price, it is not an offer and no contract is formed. Such an advertisement is merely an invitation to bargain rather than an offer. Okay. Restatements of contracts, the 26th Restatement of Contracts. The test of whether a binding obligation may originate in advertisements addressed to general public is whether the facts show that some performance was promised in positive terms in return for something requested. We conclude the advertisement here did not constitute an offer of sales to the general public. And then they say something that says an advertisement may constitute an offer where it is clear, definitive, explicit, and leaves nothing open for negotiation. Because not everyone qualifies for financing and the Monticello Ford does not have an unlimited number of Ford Escorts to sell, it was unreasonable for appellants to believe that the advertisement was an offer binding to the advertiser. Appellants further contend that Monticello Ford falsely represented that financing would be provided at 11%, then changed the rate when the when it reduced the parties' agreement to writing. There's no evidence, however, that either Ford Credit or Monticello Ford induced Miss Russell to enter the contract by promising her an 11% APR. The written contract clearly and conspicuously stated that 13.75% APR applied to the financing. Ms. Russell admits she had ample opportunity to hold the contract in her hands without any obstruction and read it before signing it. Appellants also assert that Ford Credit participated in a bait and switch operation. Okay, so issue 2 is... Let me double check the other case I'm supposed to read. Holy shit. Okay. I have to read a lot of restatements, I fear. But just one more case. Yeah, I ate. I had like 3 ravioli. Honestly, I actually like, I'm gonna, I was gonna say that I wanted to lie down. It's like, I'm gonna lie down and what? Just gonna lie down because I'm tired. But why be tired? Tired because I had an emotional outburst and that took up my energy for studying for law school? Absolutely not. Aw, thanks for the sub. Okay. Okay, no, we're good law students. We're good law students. I'm actually not behind. I'm actually ahead of schedule in the readings, but doing my homework is like calming, and then I run out of homework to do, and then I have nothing to calm myself down on. But Evan. Okay, we'll have dance time. Evan, you sweetheart. I don't like any of these.
It's there.
we're doing this.
God of sexual desire.
Because I dance as long as the hype train goes, and the hype train has 1:30 left,
And
so.
does this audio
Period.
guide you through new and exciting positions. I wanna be the girl under you. I wanna be a G-U-Y, yeah. I wanna be the grave and earth you. Our sexes tell us no lies. I'm gonna wear the tower, the power to leave you. I'm aiming for full control of this love. This love. Touch me, don't be sweet. Love me, please retreat. Let me be the girl under you that makes you cry.
Thank you!
I'm gonna say the word and own you. You'll be my G-I-R-L.
Thank you for describing.
To hold you. Know you wear my makeup well. I'm gonna wear the tower, the power to leave you. I'm aiming for full control of this love. This love. Touch me, don't be sweet. Love me, please retreat. Let me be the girl under you that makes you cry. I wanna be that giant. I wanna be that giant. I wanna be that giant. You're the one that you got. I don't need to be on top to know what it does. I'm strong enough to know the truth. I just want it to be hot because I'm best when I'm in love and I'm in love with you. Touch me.
We need like a belly dancing song.
Touch me. And a false get on top of me. Mars, warm spirit, rams into the atmosphere.
I have a good idea.
Touch me, don't be shy. I'm in charge like a G-U-Y. I'll lay down face up this time under you like a G-U-Y.
Where is it?
I wanna be that giant. I wanna be that giant. I wanna be that. I
Okay, I'll do like better dancing now. I feel bad. I feel so bad.
Now I got you up, would you look at us?
Ain't her?
Going through emotion, love is where you find it. Listen to your heart, Sherry lady, living in devotion. It's always like the first time. Let me take your part. Sherry lady, like there's no tomorrow. Take my heart and lose it. Listen to your heart, Sherry lady. You know you used to love me, and then you're
It's the time of the season when love runs high. In this time, give it to me easy and let me try with pleasured hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for love. What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he take us anytime to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you what I really want to know. It's the time of the season.
I did do Bollywood dance. The belly dancing rolls. Like, maybe I can go in circles. I need to change into less hot pants, honestly. So one side. You guys can't see that bouncing at.
What's your name? Who's your daddy? Is he rich like me? Has he taken
anytime
to show you what you need to live? Tell it to me slowly. Tell you what I really want to know. It's the time of the season for love.
It's still hot. It's like 80 degrees out right now. No. Don't want to hear any of this right now. No. Shut up.
Like sugar on my tongue. Your body is so sweet. Invite me if you come. It's all I want to eat. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell the bitches that you know what you heard about me. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell the world. Like sugar on my
Okay, guys, real talk. I have to get back to work. We can do one more song, but then I have to get back to working, I fear.
And I was like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Will the real MC please step to the mic? MC, you need an MC. Place to be. MC to MC.
All up in the blog saying we met at the bar when I don't even know you are. Saying we up in your house, saying I'm up in your car. But you in LA and I'm out at your mains. I'm up in the A, you so lame. And no one here even mentions your name. It must be the weed, it must be the E. Cause you be poppin', heard you get it poppin'. Why you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know. Lying that you're sexing me when everybody knows. It's clear that you're upset with me. Oh, finally found a girl that you couldn't impress. Last man on the earth still couldn't get this. You're delusional, boy, you're losing your mind. It's confusing, you're confused, you know why you wasting your time. Got you all fired up with your Napoleon complex. See it right through you like you're bathed in a Windex. Boy, why you so obsessed with me? And I'ma leave it say. And all my girls say.
Oh my god. Too generous.
You on your job, you hating hard.
Thank you.
Ain't gon' feed you, I'ma let you starve. Grasping for air, I'm ventilation. You out of breath, hope you ain't waiting. Telling the world how much you miss me. But we never were, so why you tripping? You a mom and pop, I'm a corporation. I'm the press conference, you a conversation. Why you so obsessed with me? And boy, I wanna know. Lying that you're sexing me when everybody knows. It's clear that you're
Oh my gosh,
upset with
okay.
me. Oh, finally found a girl that you couldn't
Okay,
impress. Last man on the earth still
you.
couldn't get this. You're delusional, boy, you're losing your mind. It's confusing, you're confused, you know why you wasting your time. Got you all fired up with your Napoleon complex. See it right through you like you're bathed in a Windex. Boy, why you so obsessed with me?
Okay, I'll see you.
And all my girls say.
Couldn't impress. Last man on the earth still couldn't get this. You're delusional, you're delusional. Okay, let me play like a calm me down song. Calming me down. If we were to visit your Amazon wish list, what's the priority? I don't know. You can pick. There's like, if you scroll down, there's like lingerie. I think there's like a toy on there, if you catch my drift. And then there's like a bunch of like cosmetic stuff. I'm just like, I really appreciate you guys sending me anything. I put like everything on there that I like remember I need, so.
Well, it's easier than just to wait around to die. All one time, friends, I had them all, even had a paw. But it's easier than just waiting around to die.
Not like Hot Wheels.
I came of age and I found a girl in a Tuscaloosa bar. Oh, she cleaned me out and hit it on the slide. Well, I tried to kill the pain. I bought some wine and hopped a train. Seemed easier than just waiting around to die. Then a friend said he knew where some easy money was. We robbed a man and brother did we fly. But the posse caught up with me and drugged me back to Muskogee. And it's 2 long years waiting around to die.
Okay, I've calmed down. It's time now to lock back in to some contract law. And you know what? Could you be more excited? Because personally, I couldn't. I could not be more ecstatic right now that we are about to do contract law. So huge, so major. All right. I'm sorry, Evan. That's awful. That's awful. Days like that are awful. Yeah, Chuck's so mean. Anyways. Davis v. Satrom. Davis v. Satrom. Dwight W. Davis appeals from a district court summary judgment dismissing his complaint against Gail E. Satrom and the D.C. Blair for specific performance of an alleged contract from the sale and purchase of a mobile home park or damages for breach of contract. We affirm. After negotiating to buy a mobile home park from Satrom and Blair, Davis sent to David Wisdom, a real estate agent, a letter of intent dated July 24th, 1984, to purchase the park. The letter, which contained various terms and conditions, provided, quote, "If this proposal is acceptable, please have owner sign below and return the signed copy to us. We will then deposit $10,000 into a trust account at the Bank of America and will prepare an agreement for the purchase and sale." Blair changed some of the terms contained in the letter and returned it to Davis. Okay, let me write this ish right now. Okay. Davis is appealing a summary judgment. Asking for specific performance on a contract and breach of contract. Okay. Davis and Satrom were negotiating to buy a mobile, what is this called? What do they call it? A mobile, okay, so trailer park. Mobile home park. Davis sent Satrom and Blair's real estate agent a letter of intent in 1984. Blair returned it, or Blair changed some terms. To Davis. After further negotiations, Davis submitted an unsigned commercial purchase agreement and deposit receipt containing terms not present in the letter of intent. Blair signed the commercial purchase agreement and deposit receipt after inserting several additional handwritten conditions, including one making the agreement subject to the approval of the seller's attorney. Davis received a copy of the agreement and as altered and signed by Blair. Okay. Yeah, Davis v. Satrom. By letter dated September 7th, 1984, Blair told Wisdom, the real estate agent, that they would pass Davis's offers and terms. Wisdom forwarded Blair's letter to Davis by letter dated September 17th, 1984, informed Davis that Stratum and Blair have indicated to me that they are unwilling to negotiate further and close this transaction. In a September 25th, 1984 letter to Satrom, Davis stated, I am ready to fully perform under the terms of the purchase agreement that you and Mr. Blair signed, and enclosed a check in the amount of $10,000, which Satrom returned uncashed. Davis sued for specific performance or damages, and the trial court entered summary judgment dismissing the action. The sole issue on appeal is whether or not summary judgment was properly granted. The purpose of summary judgment is to promote expeditious disposition of cases without trial when there is no dispute as to the material facts or inferences to be drawn from undisputed facts, or when only a question of law is involved. Okay, let me really quickly put deodorant on. Sorry guys, all that dancing. Okay. In Greenberg v. Stewart, a series of letters were exchanged between a property owner and a prospective purchaser. The trial court granted summary judgment dismissing the prospective purchaser's action for specific performance, holding as a matter of law that the letters exchanged did not constitute acceptances, but were counteroffers. We affirm, stating in the syllabus, that in order to form a contract for the sale of real property, there must be a meeting of minds between parties with respect to all terms and conditions of the sale, and there must be an unqualified and absolute acceptance of an offer by either party. A conditional or qualified acceptance is itself a counteroffer and rejects the original offer so that no valid contract is made. Whenever a modification of the terms of a proposal made in response to proposal changes the terms of the original proposal, the modification is a new proposal or counteroffer. Davis's letter of July 24th was an offer. Blair's modifications of that offer constituted a counteroffer. The commercial purchase agreement submitted by Davis was another counteroffer. Blair's acceptance of the commercial purchase agreement after inserting several additional handwritten conditions also constituted a counteroffer. Consequently, there was no contract at that point because there had never been an unqualified acceptance of an offer without the introduction of additional terms and conditions. Okay. Assuming that Davis accepted the commercial purchase agreement as modified by Blair, as he contends, although he did not sign it, he accepted it with conditions imposed by Blair. One of those conditions was that the agreement be approved by the seller's attorney, Mr. Rommel. Rommel did not approve the agreement because, among other things, it reserved to Davis the right to allocate the purchase price among the land improvements and personal property, which could have resulted in unfavorable tax consequences to Blair and Stratum. The formation of a contract may be conditioned upon the act of a third person. We specifically held in this case, quote, where one of the parties to a contract stipulates for the approval of his attorney in the absence of fraud or in withholding of approval, the contract made conditional on such approval is not effective or operative unless it is to be obtained. What a funny way to say you got to get that signature. The trial court determined that Rommel's disapproval of the agreement was reasonable and was not fraudulently obtained. Therefore, the contract never became effective because the condition precedent, Rommel's approval, never occurred. Davis's unsupported assertion that Rommel's review was merely one as to form and not to substance is without merit. For the reasons stated, we conclude that, as a matter of law, there was no foreseeable contract. When viewed in a light most favorable to Davis, the information available to the court precluded the existence of a genuine issue as to material fact and entitled Stratham and Blair to summary judgment. Okay, cool. Now we have a bunch of restatements to look at. I'm kind of debating whether or not to embark on that journey like with you guys because it's kind of a lot. And I wonder how like whatever. I think I'm gonna do that later tonight because okay, you know what, if we're down for it. Yeah, okay. It's just like, it's like boring. It's like not a story, you know? And it's like a lot of them. Okay, so let me explain to you guys really quickly what a restatement is actually. So, okay, contract law, almost entirely based in common law doctrine. You're like, Emily, what is the common law? The common law is like based off of like decisions from other cases. You can infer like what the rule is. When a contract involves the selling or buying of goods and one party is a merchant, usually you follow the rules of the Uniform Commercial Code, which is like kind of is nationally adopted, but that like does not really that doesn't apply in the cases that we were talking about here, because that's mainly for like, that's like for like oil companies and like big food chains and stuff like that. I mean, it's not like exactly just for that, but like just consider that it's for that. So what are the restatements? What are the things that I'm about to read to you? So these come from like the American Legal Institution, I think is the acronym. And it's a bunch of like professors and like famous judges and the American Law Institution. And they kind of like sit together and they look at all of these cases across the country and they come up with what they think is a good overarching narrative based on the common law. So restatements are not laws themselves. You can't bring a case and be like, no, this isn't fair because under this restatement, like this is how that works, because they're only persuasive. They are not in any way binding. Okay, so keep that in mind, as they're like ChatGPT but done by lawyers. Okay. So, first restatement, 20 is restatement 22. Yeah, very much on that, JST, very much on that. Okay, this is mode of assent, offer, and acceptance. And I have to like copy this down like by hand, so. Just get excited. The manifestation of mutual assent ordinarily takes the form of an offer or proposal by one party, followed by an acceptance by the other party. Okay, so how can I copy that down? Mutual assent equals offer by one party, acceptance by the other. Okay, 2. A manifestation of mutual assent may be made even though neither offer nor acceptance can be identified, and even though the moment of formation cannot be determined. Well, then what was the point of number 1, girl? Okay, sure. I'm just writing manifestation of mutual assent can exist nebulously. Cause like, okay, girl, sure. All right, restatement 24. Offer defined. I have a feeling I just need to write this down in its entirety. An offer is a manifestation of willingness to enter into a bargain so made as to justify another person in understanding that his assent to that bargain is invited and will conclude it. Why do they write this way? Why do they write this way? It's to annoy law students. Because what this is saying isn't, okay, an offer is a manifestation of willingness. I'm cool with that. To enter into a bargain. Okay. Sure. Contract. So made as to, what about made for the purpose of, girl? To justify another person in understanding that his assent to that bargain is invited. So an offer is something I do to say, hey, I want to work with you, girl. Why couldn't that be their statement? Hey, I want to work with you, girl. Fucked up. So fucked up. So fucked up. Okay, preliminary negotiations. Restatement 26. Oh, yay. Thank you, Evan. Okay. A manifestation of willingness to enter into a bargain is not an offer if the person to whom it is addressed knows or has reason to know that the person making it does not intend to conclude a bargain until he has made further manifestation of assent. The difference between an offer and preliminary negotiations depends on whether the offeree is justified in believing that assent will conclude the bargain. Okay. All right, cool. We're statement 33. Even though this is titled certainty. I think it's laughable that the law would say anything that they talk about has any realm of certainty. You fools deal in gray exclusively. Okay. 1. Even though a manifestation of intention is intended to be understood as an offer, it cannot be accepted so as to form a contract unless the terms of the contract are reasonably certain. Okay, so can't be too vague. Like, sure. 2. The terms of the contract are reasonably certain if they provide a basis for determining the existence of a breach and for giving an appropriate remedy. Sure. And 3. The fact that one or more terms are left open or uncertain may show that a manifestation of intention is not intended to be understood as an offer or acceptance. Okay. How many more restatements we got? Ah! Oh my god! Okay. Statement 36. Why is this happening to a beautiful girl like me? Why is this happening to a beautiful girl like me? Okay, anyways. Restatement 36. Methods of termination of the power of acceptance. Like, girl... Are we dead ass? Methods of termination of the power of acceptance. Okay. Okay, sure. Whatever floats your boat, girl. But you sound crazy as hell right now. Okay. 1. An offeree's power of acceptance may be terminated by A. Rejection or counteroffer by offeree. B. Lapse of time. C. Revocation of the offerer. D. Death or incapacity of the offerer or offeree. Period. Okay, period. Let me just write that whole down. Write that hoe down. You might be thinking, Emily, like, what is the difference between an offerer and an offeree? The offerer makes the offer, the offeree accepts the offer. Period. Evan, thank you for, those emotes really are so cute. I need to make more. I need to give you guys the opportunity to make more for me, is what I actually meant to say, because, like, the gag of thinking that, like, I could make that. How, like, you is not magical. Lapse of time is just so incredibly unspecific. Like, whatever. In addition, an offeree's power of acceptance is terminated by the non-occurrence of any condition of acceptance under the Let me back up. In addition, an offeree's power of acceptance is terminated by the non-occurrence of any condition of acceptance under the terms of the offer. What? What the fuck does that mean, girl? It's saying the offeree normally has the power to accept the offer, but the power only exists if the conditions set out by the offerer are met. If these conditions don't happen, the offeree loses the ability to accept and the offer is dead. So for example, I'll sell you my bike for $100 if you pick it up by Friday at 5 p.m. and the offeree waits until Saturday to accept. Even though the offeree wants to accept, their power to do so is gone because the condition of acceptance didn't occur. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Got that. I'm all up in that hoe. Okay. Jesus Christ, Evan. I'm sorry. Okay, 38. Statement 38, rejection. 1. An offeree's power of acceptance is terminated by the rejection of the offer unless the offerer has manifested a contrary intention. So, like, once you reject, tough shit. 2. A manifestation of intention not to accept an offer is a rejection unless the offeree manifests an intention to take it under further advisement. Okay. Restatement 39. Counteroffers. A counteroffer is an offer made by an offeree to his offerer relating to the same matter as the original offer and proposing a substitute bargain differing from what is proposed by the original offer. Two, an offeree's power of acceptance is terminated by making of a counteroffer unless the offer has manifested. Okay. Two more. Statement 42. Revocation by communication. Okay, just all I'm writing. An offeree's power of acceptance is terminated when the offeree receives a letter from the offerer, a manifestation of intention not to enter into the proposed contract. And finally, restatement 50. Acceptance of an offer. Acceptance of an offer is a manifestation of assent to the terms thereof made by the offeree in a manner invited or required by the offer. Acceptance by performance requires that the least part of what the offer requests be performed or tendered. It includes acceptance of the performance, which operates as a return promise. Acceptance by promise requires the offeree complete every act essential to the making of the promise. Got it. Okay, guys, real talk. It's kind of giving my laptop is about to die, and now that I am done with this stuff, I'm gonna take an itty. I think I'm gonna be departing, I fear. That's just like not my journey, ATM. Let's see, do I have any people I'm following that are live right now besides Amaranth? Anyone want to raid anybody? Anyone have any ideas? Anyone that you like that has like a small amount of people on their stream right now? Hi, Angel. Oh. No, period. Okay, well, I'm just gonna end this stream. Mods, you can do whatever you want if you want. But I need to lie down. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later. Or if you are on fanfics, you can come and see me do very sexy dancing there tonight. Okay, bye.